Picture this. It's 2017 and an ad pops up on your phone. Watch unlimited movies in theaters for just $9.95 a month. Your first thought? This has to be a scam. But it wasn't. It was MoviePass, and they were about to take the entertainment world by storm. For less than the cost of a single movie ticket in many cities, you could watch a movie every single day of the month. It was like Netflix, but for actual theaters. The concept was simple. You sign up, get a special debit card, and use it to buy your ticket at the theater. MoviePass would then reimburse the full cost of the ticket to the theater, and people loved it. Who wouldn't? It was a cinephile's dream come true. The offer was so enticing that people were signing up in droves. The company went from 20,000 subscribers to over 3 million in less than a year. MoviePass had arrived, and it seemed like they were here to stay. Little did we know, this was just the opening act of a tragicomedy that would rival anything Hollywood could produce. Remember that time you tried to eat an entire pizza in one sitting? Sure, it seemed like a good idea at first, but halfway through you realized you'd made a terrible mistake. Well, that's kind of what happened to MoviePass. They grew so fast it was like they were trying to swallow the entire movie industry in one gulp. In August 2017, MoviePass dropped its monthly fee from $50 to $9.95. Overnight, their subscriber base exploded. By December, they had over 1 million subscribers. By February 2018, they hit 2 million. And by June, a whopping 3 million movie buffs were waving their MoviePass cards like golden tickets to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. But here's the thing about explosive growth. Sometimes things just explode. MoviePass was so focused on getting new subscribers that they forgot one tiny detail: making money. They were hemorrhaging cash faster than a trust fund kid on a Vegas bender. It was like they were playing a game of financial Jenga, and we all know how that ends. With a spectacular crash. Now let's talk about MoviePass's business model. Imagine you decided to open a lemonade stand. But instead of charging for lemonade, you decided to pay people to drink it. Sounds crazy, right? Well, that's essentially what MoviePass was doing. They were paying full price for movie tickets and then charging customers a fraction of that cost. The math was simple, and it was not in MoviePass's favor. Let's say a movie ticket costs $12. MoviePass was charging $9.95 per month. So if a subscriber watched just one movie, MoviePass was already losing money. And remember, this was unlimited movies. Some enthusiastic users were watching a movie every day. MoviePass's plan was to make money in other ways. They thought they could collect data on moviegoers and sell it to studios. They also hoped to get a cut of concession sales from theaters. They were betting on future profits while bleeding money in the present. Spoiler alert, they didn't figure it out later. Now you might be thinking, surely they realized their mistake and tried to fix it, right? Well, yes and no. MoviePass did try to course correct, but their attempts were about as graceful as a drunk elephant trying to perform Swan Lake. They started implementing peak pricing for popular movies. Suddenly, that $9.95 unlimited plan came with asterisks, fine print, and more surprises than a box of mystery-flavored jelly beans. But wait, there's more. In a move that can only be described as cutting off your nose to spite your face, MoviePass started blocking users from seeing certain popular movies. Users were understandably miffed. It was like MoviePass was trying to save money by making their service worse. Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for them. They introduced a ticket verification system that required users to snap photos of their ticket stubs. Users found it annoying, time-consuming, and often glitchy. At this point, they were practically begging their customers to cancel their subscriptions. And then came the piece de resistance of MoviePass's missteps. In July 2018, the service experienced an outage because, wait for it, they ran out of money and couldn't pay for tickets. As MoviePass stumbled from one crisis to another, reactions from customers and competitors were as varied as the flavors in a box of assorted chocolates. Some loyal customers stuck with MoviePass through thick and thin, like Captain Ahab pursuing his white whale. They were determined to squeeze every last drop of value out of their subscription, even as the ship was clearly sinking. These die-hard fans were like the band on the Titanic, watching movies right up until the bitter end. On the other hand, many customers jumped ship faster than rats from a sinking ship. They'd signed up for unlimited movies, not unlimited headaches. As MoviePass kept changing its terms and conditions, users felt like they were playing a game where the rules changed every 5 minutes. Many decided it wasn't worth the hassle and canceled their subscriptions, bidding farewell to their dreams of cinematic excess. Meanwhile, movie theater chains watched the MoviePass saga unfold with a mix of horror and fascination. Some theaters, like AMC, initially resisted MoviePass, seeing it as a threat to their business model. But as MoviePass began to falter, these same theaters started to see an opportunity. As the walls began closing in, MoviePass started to resemble a cartoon character running in midair after going off a cliff. They knew they were in trouble, but they just kept running, hoping against hope that somehow, some way, they'd make it to solid ground. Spoiler alert, they didn't. First up on the desperation tour, constantly changing the terms of service. MoviePass went from unlimited movies to 3 movies a month faster than you can say bait and switch. They even tried to automatically re-enroll canceled members, a move about as popular as a skunk at a garden party. But wait, there's more. In a move that can only be described as throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks, MoviePass decided to branch out into film production. They produced a grand total of 2 films, Gotti and The Row. Let's just say these movies didn't exactly set the box office on fire. In fact, Gotti ended up with a 0% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. By this point, MoviePass was throwing ideas at the wall with such desperation, it's a wonder the wall didn't file a restraining order. All good things must come to an end and all bad business models must eventually face the music. For MoviePass, the final act was as dramatic as any Hollywood blockbuster. In July 2019, MoviePass announced it was temporarily shutting down the service. The company's death spiral was painful to watch. On September 13, 2019, MoviePass officially announced it was shutting down for good. The dream of unlimited movies for less than the price of a large popcorn was over. So, what can we learn from the rise and fall of MoviePass? Well, for starters, if something seems too good to be true, it probably is. MoviePass was offering a deal so sweet, it gave diabetes to their business model. It's like that old saying, if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. Except in this case, MoviePass wasn't even making money off their users as products. They were just losing money. Another lesson? Growth isn't everything. MoviePass grew faster than a teenager hitting puberty, but they forgot one tiny detail: profitability. They were so focused on getting new subscribers that they forgot to figure out how to actually make money. In the real world, you can't pay your bills with subscriber numbers. Here's another nugget of wisdom. Don't antagonize your customers. When MoviePass started blocking popular movies and changing their terms of service more often than most people change their socks, they turned their once loyal fan base into angry ex-customers.